Well, we've already caught the second crayfish. Do you see how it looks? Chuck, or as it's called. The thing is, there are such fry. Hi everyone, friends. That means I went out to put a camera underwater for the first time this year to see how the fish behaved there and whether they had appeared. Well, it's about time to head out fishing. It's already early March. The ice has partially melted and the water is somewhat clear. This means that the bridge where I fished and constantly filmed video is now flooded. You see, right? The water is right on it. All the trash has washed up on top. There's definitely a lot of trash. There are even logs. Look, there's trash. Well, on this side, everything's fine, just with a bit of a delay. And the height was really quite significant. You can see that the water level has increased quite a bit. I can see it already. Oh no, I thought I saw some fry swimming. That's not fry, it's algae. In short, everything is in this kind of water. Well, I can set up the camera. Of course, I'll set the camera up over here on the edge and drop it down there. And I'll walk around, I don't know, I'll look, maybe it was drying out there. But the thing is, the bridge is already shaking. We'll have to have him. Foresters should do it so that cars can pass, you know? I wouldn't risk driving a car on it now. I left my basin on the other side of the river, that's where it is, I won't go here. Well, I'll lower the camera and take a look. We'll try setting it up for live bait. I hope a perch might bite. Diamond has already gone. Look how we catch him, so don't touch him on the side. Where she is, Dima. For now, let the wave pass on the side where it's shallow. Look, there's a little one, let me show you. In short, it's standing right here, and there are a lot of them. I'll lower the camera underwater to show you the underwater view. And right now, Diamond is going to make a swing with the net like this. And he can catch several fish at once. You could say, wait, let me take a look. Here's just the fry, you see? This is a nice one for perch. Here's the fry. Yes, what kind of fish is this? I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's called virchak or something like that. But the thing is, there are fry like this. Now, fill their waters a little bit first, so we don't miss anything. A bucket, in short, water. What is there to talk about? Well, and the camera is recording, I'm letting it go. Let's see, guys, I don't know, the water has risen very strongly, the current is just crazy, even the camera is being blown away. Now I'm going to touch the bottom, and we'll see how it is down there. If it's not good, then we'll look for other spots to lower it more comfortably. And you can see how the camera is going down. The depth in this spot is really deep, and the camera took a long time to go down. But the current was insane. Friends, underwater, it's just a hurricane. The current is so strong that all sorts of sticks and branches are being swept away underwater at a crazy speed. The camera turned sideways, and the first drop of the camera didn't yield any results. I didn't even see any fish. The camera stayed in this spot for about 20 minutes, and I pulled it out. The next spot was just a couple of meters from the previous one. You see, it's the same priest. Starting the camera. This time I got a bit luckier. This time we could already see fish, but it was a roach. I still didn't see any predators. The roach swam up a bit, got a little curious, and that was it. There was a small school of roach, but no bream, and no other species either. So far it's just roach. The third camera launch was also random, and I ended up, so to speak, right in the epicenter of the underwater current. The camera turned sideways, and now you will see how strong the current is there, how quickly all the garbage floats. I don't even know where all the fish are. They're probably hiding in some holes, because it's pretty hard to stay in such a force. Well, of course, it's frustrating to see so much trash at the bottom. Friends, When you're out in nature or fishing, please take all your trash with you. Because you can see for yourself how dirty it is and how poorly the fish are doing there. And then everyone complains about why they aren't catching any fish, why the rivers are in bad shape. Let's at least clean up after ourselves. So for the third time I dropped it slightly to the right, where you could say the depth is about 2-3 meters. The current is much weaker there, and the water has warmed up more. And what do you think? After a few minutes, the first little perch swam up. Yes, guys, he was reluctant to look at the live bait, but there is still a perch. They didn't hide. They were just where it was warmer, and there was less current. So, you see them in the frame, they were circling around the bait, but there was no point to it. In general, the fish weren't biting. They were just posing and wagging their tails in front of the camera. Then Diamond said, "Seryoga, come on, let's try using maggots." It's good that I had maggots with me. So, I hooked a couple of maggots, dropped them deeper, and there was roach. The roach just swam by, but it didn't react at all to the maggots. One roach, I don't remember if it was on the third or fourth cast. The camera was in different spots. I swam a little closer. Now I'll insert this shot. You'll see. And it got a little curious. Mostly the roach just swims by, and it doesn't want to look at the maggots. Can you tell me what to use to catch roach in the spring? Because they are not very keen on maggots. For several years now, I've noticed that roach in the spring don't want to take maggots. They find them unappetizing. The camera was underwater, and we were peeking under the bridge to watch the fish. We spotted a small bream swimming on the surface of the water. Diamond said, "Let's go find some crayfish. Maybe they're already out." There were indeed crayfish. Diamond was right. Now we're going to show you and tell you, how do we catch them? First of all, we need some reeds. We caught this one near the river. It should be dry and sturdy so that the rod doesn't break, about 2 meters long. Now, we need to leave about 20 centimeters from the edge and tie it with either tape or thread. I have this nylon thread, a nylon line, which I use for fishing. So, you wrap the fish up. It's strong here, and tie this part so that it holds tightly. Now we need a small stick or a match. It was holding tightly here. Now we need a small stick or a match. I'm using a stick like this in such a branch. Now we need to make a cut. Exactly according to... In the middle, we make a small cut on our reed, like this. And it's coming together, layering all the way to the edge. And this edge will be ours. It's exactly in our rope that won't let it break further. Now our task is... We see a stick, a big one. We need to make it a little shorter. About, well, I don't know, about 4 to 5 centimeters. Here, and we need to open up this reed so that it doesn't break. And stick the stick in right at the edge. Like this, guys. We see it's spraying. This is how it's done. Look how this works. Let's say this pack is a rocket. Here's our stick. We take it and aim at the crayfish. And that's it. Our reed is holding it down, we pull it out. So we just made this thing, so you can see better how we catch crayfish. And they went to look. Let's go. We just found one crayfish. But unfortunately, we probably won't be able to catch it because it's hanging in zero gravity. Now Diamond will show you. He's got caught on the reeds and he's just floating. We're going to lower the camera now, so it might work. I can't even reach it with the stick. And here are both. This way we caught a crayfish. One just got away in front of you, and we caught the other little one. And just like that, we just caught this beautiful one. Look, you see the crayfish is caught. Here's our mega stick that we took. This is how you can catch them. There aren't too many of them yet, but they are still around. I'm releasing it back. Let the crayfish swim and paddle. By the way, look how it's going to back away now. How can I show you this? I'm going to throw it now. And like this, both of them, look. Oops, oops, oops. Chased it, chased it, chased it. And they burrow right away. So, if you miss it the first time, it immediately gets away. You need to be quick and do it fast. Because here's the crayfish. See, I made a shadow. It burrowed right away. Oops, and that's it. You can't see it. Do you see? And you won't find it anymore. So friends, if it burrowed. So you need a stick. Very quickly and right away. Oops, the right moment. Well, we've already caught the second crayfish. You see how it looks now? We'll also release it in front of you. And now we're carefully moving the reeds apart so they don't break. The crayfish fell out. Now, we can ensure. Lie to it and that's it. The little crayfish is ready, but this is a little crayfish. Right now the big crayfish are deeper down. Only the little ones are on the edge because it's still very cold. We need to wait at least a week. But I'm releasing it. Look, I'm going to release it now. Just like that. Oops. That's it. You see it, right? It immediately backed away and ran off. Friends, actually it's quite difficult to catch them. The difficulty is that you can't see them well. If you approach, you can't see them. Ado, just stand there, bend down and look into the water for a long time because they are masters of just camouflage. This is if they somehow lifted their claw. Their white light belly is visible, yes, but from above they are practically indistinguishable from any twig. It is very difficult. So now I went to wash the pedals since the battery died. Look, I caught a bigger crayfish, you see. What a pretty good crayfish, and what I want to say, I went into the water. He sat for the very shore. You need to grab the crayfish from behind, see, right behind the head, so it doesn't bite you or pinch you. Look what time it is. They will be killed. I threw it back last Friday, and it's falling. Falling, falling. Ope, 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 ope. Everything is gone. Buried. There is no cancer. So friends, this is how we spent our first fishing day in spring with Diamond. And we lowered the camera to catch some fish. We saw... What else did we learn today? That today is March 16th. And in short, what do we have in short? Siebel has already started to walk. He has already lived like this. It's not worth it, but he doesn't take anything. Neither on bread. There's no reaction at all. Maybe in a couple of weeks it will happen. The crayfish have already come out. Not enough yet, but they have come out. The ice has almost melted. There's a little bit of ice here and there. Well, that's it. So we will keep trying. Now we will leave some footage. Let's show what's going on with the underwater camera. What we put in... something like that. Did you want to go fishing? So, that was the fishing trip for you. Anyway, everyone bye. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Don't be silly. By the way, in the next video, I'll try to share 7 Grandpa's life hacks with you. Here it is, for fishing. Goodbye, friends.